AP News.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This is St. Louis Blues broadcaster Chris Kerber inviting you to follow all the exciting action of St. Louis Blues hockey this season. If you can't make it to the game, the next best thing is being there listening here on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri. Your radio home for the St. Louis Blues.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Power Tour Tool Days is going on right now. K&H Auto Supply in Salem. We get a 2-pack go-through screwdriver set for $7.99, an 11-piece wrench set for $29.99, and a 3-in-1 ratchet for $28.99. Stop by K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store during Power Torque Tool Days.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at your noon hour weather forecast, and it's good to present you a forecast that does not, for today, include a red flag warning. However, later this week we may have the opportunity again to issue that warning. Well, today we do have a chance of some sprinkles this afternoon. Skies will be partly sunny. We'll have a high temperature near 64 degrees and winds will be out of the west at around 7 miles per hour. We expect mostly cloudy skies to begin this evening. Then gradually skies will clear and we'll have a low temperature around 43 degrees. Light and variable winds become southerly 5 to 8 miles per hour during this evening, and those winds could gust as high as 18 miles per hour. Tomorrow should be sunny with a high temperature near 71 degrees. Winds will be out of the northwest tomorrow, 7 to 13 miles per hour with gusts as high as 25 miles per hour. And we'll have a wind chill value early tomorrow morning as low as 40 degrees. Tomorrow night, we have partly cloudy skies in the forecast with a low temperature around 41. Northwester winds will be with us tomorrow night, 5 to 8 miles per hour with gusts as high as 18 miles per hour. Then Wednesday should be sunny with a high temperature near 65 degrees. Winds will be out of the northwest at 5 to 7 miles per hour. Wednesday night will be partly cloudy with a low around 42. Then Thursday we do have a chance of showers with thunderstorms also possible during Thursday afternoon. Chance of precipitation on Thursday is 40% with mostly sunny skies and a high temperature near 69 degrees. Skies will be partly cloudy Thursday night with a low around 53. Then Friday should be partly sunny with a high near 74. Friday night, we have a chance of showers back in our forecast with mostly cloudy skies, low around 55. Then showers are likely on Saturday with mostly cloudy skies and a high temperature near 74 degrees. Saturday night, showers are likely and possibly thunderstorm with mostly cloudy skies, low around 54. And Sunday, chance of showers and thunderstorms with partly sunny skies and a high temperature near 70 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. Many people can serve as role models in a young person's life. Parents, teachers, older siblings, cousins, 4-H leaders, neighbors, the list goes on and on. But there are people in our society whose vast knowledge and experiences should serve as role models for us all, those who lived through the history that helped shape our country. The number of people alive today who were born 100 or more years ago is small, but there are plenty born in the 30s and 40s who lived during the Great Depression and World War II. They may not have been adults when the stock market crashed in 1929, but their parents were. They grew up in the shadow of bank failures and the collapse of the money supply. Only 11% of farms in the United States had electricity in 1932. By 1942, almost half of American farms had electricity. It was not until 1950 that nearly all farms in the land of the free and the home of the brave had power. Consider this. Tractor power did not overtake horsepower on farms in the U.S. until 1945. That was less than 80 years ago. Books and documentaries are wonderful, but consider the lessons learned and the impact of having a conversation with someone who actually lived those experiences. We need this younger generation to someday keep our rural communities alive. We need them to make decisions about taxes, healthcare, energy, the environment, and wars. We're running out of time for them to truly learn from those who came before. We would all be well served if they did. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
Have you been to agroamerica.com? What are you waiting for? One site, one app, one stop for 24-hour ag news and podcast. Ag news from the best reporters and podcasters, plus a steady stream of country hits for free. AgroAmerica, the place for timely, accurate, and dependable ag news. From the cab to the truck to the barn to the kitchen, AgroAmerica is ready to arm you with the knowledge you need as a farmer or rancher. Grab your smartphone and get it today. AgroAmerica.
Our farmers feed us all. For generations, they've done what's best for the land. So why is the litigation industry threatening Missouri farmers' go-to crop protection tool? Without glyphosate-based herbicides, crop yields will drop, costs will soar, and we'll all see even higher grocery bills. Farmers need to be supported, not controlled. To keep glyphosate available in our state, go to TakeControlMissouri.com. Paid for by Modern Ag Alliance in support of Missouri farmers.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out: the Salem United Methodist Church, Dent County Health Center, and the local on 4th Street, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained Town Screen in Salem. Country Mart in Salem has a large selection of fresh and packaged meats, as well as fresh fruits and vegetables. They even have propane tanks and everything you need for a picnic, barbecue, or even just a great day on the river. It can all be found under one roof at Country Mart in Salem. And don't forget to check them out online at www.tcmarkets.com. Country Mart, Highway 3272 East in Salem. They're here to help you save.
Higher than the prior week's weighted average basis in Nebraska, and live deals in the north range from $212 to $216, $3 to $6 higher than the prior week's business. At the Lamoni livestock auction in Iowa, compared to 2 weeks ago, steers were mostly $10 to $29 higher, with lighter weight cattle seeing the biggest jump. Heifers were $17 to $29 higher. The USDA says buyers were most interested in lighter cattle ahead of spring. Demand was good, both in-house and online. Supply was moderate. Medium and large one feeder steers, 651 to 683 pounds, brought $328.50 to $349. Medium and large one feeder heifers, 606 to 622 pounds, brought $312.50 to $333.50. Box beef ended the day mixed with light to moderate demand for moderate offerings. Choice stand 261 at $325.45. Select close 26 cents higher at $309.62. Estimated cattle slaughter was 100,000 head, down 1,000 on the week and down about 9,000 on the year. Cash hogs closed lower with a moderate negotiated run. Processors were able to move needed numbers without having to get too aggressive in their procurement efforts. Prices reflected that. Demand for U.S. pork on the global market has been strong, but ongoing trade uncertainties and the threat of tariffs add pressure to the market. U.S. export sales for pork have seen consecutive weeks of marketing year lows. Barrels and gilts at the National Daily Director down 99 cents with a weighted average of 88.40. The Iowa Minnesota was $1.39 lower with a weighted average of 88.20, and the Western Corn Belt down $1.29 with a weighted average of 88.16. Pork values closed higher, up $1 at 96.86. Loins, ribs, butts, and hams were all higher, and estimated hog slaughter was 472,000 head, down 2,000 on the week and down almost 14,000 on the year. At the CME, live and feeder cattle were lower ahead of the on-feed numbers, despite sharply higher cash business. And lean hog futures ended the day higher, supported by the stronger pork values during the session. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
Farming's hard. To feed the world, farmers have to work the land, brave the elements, and fight the battle against weeds. Weeds reduce crop yield, so prices go up and everybody gets less to eat. But 50 years ago, farmers got a new tool to fight weeds, glyphosate. It kills weeds while protecting the harvest. Time and again, it has been approved by the EPA and by leading regulatory bodies around the world. It helps enable practices that reduce erosion and keep soil healthy, which is good for the earth. Farming's hard, but it's a little easier with glyphosate. Learn more at go.bayer.com/glyphosate. Paid for by Bayer.
Where you going, Little Bit?
Well, Grandpa, we've got new calves on the ground, and we need them to gain at a rate that will get them to the sale barn at the right time.
Now, where'd you learn that?
The MFA guy's been answering a bunch of Dad's questions.
I used to be the one asking those questions. One thing's the same, though. MFA's been a whole farm solution the whole time.
And when I grow up, I'll know who to ask, too.
MFA, your whole farm solution.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Shirley May Walford, age 88 of Salem, passed away Saturday, March 22nd. Funeral services for Shirley Walford will be Saturday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Shirley Walford will also be on Saturday from 11 in the morning until service time at 1. Burial will be in the Cedar Grove Cemetery. And all arrangements for Shirley May Walford of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years. The best part about it is absolutely free.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMOradio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free!
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU's Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU's Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The Denton County Commission met this morning at the courthouse. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Keith Green said grading would be occurring on Denton County roads 4150, 4155, 6245, and 6500, while rock would be added to the roads where needed. He did say brush would be cut on County Road 6240. District 2 Commissioner Jimmy Williams said a crew would be installing a driveway pipe on County Road 2245, and rock would also be added to that road. Williams indicated grading would be done on Dent County Roads 2370, 2700, 3120, 4350, and 4353, while rock will also be added to County Road 6500. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson said Ameren, Missouri will be holding a public hearing in April to increase the price of natural gas rate. All the public hearings will be at 6 o'clock, and they'll be in Cape Girardeau on April 14th, Wentzville on April 16th, and in Jefferson City on April 12th. A virtual public hearing will also be held on April 24th at noon or at 6 o'clock. For all the details, go to the Missouri Public Service Commission website and in the search bar look for public hearings. Denton County Clerk Angie Curley said that no excuse absentee voting for the municipal election begins Tuesday, and the last day to have an absentee ballot mailed out will be Wednesday. Her office will be open for absentee voting on Saturday, April 5th from 8 in the morning till 12 noon. Curley also said the voting equipment public test will be April 1st at 9 o'clock in the morning. Curley also said the Secretary of State's office will be sending out RFQ for a new centralized Missouri voter registration computer system, and she was asked and accepted, being one of the 10 county clerks on the committee. At the last meeting, the commission agreed 3-0 and signed the order and ordinance of the Denton County Commission 3/2025, adopting the procedures to carry out the purposes and intent of the referendum held on November 5, 2024, in the general election, authorizing a property tax credit pursuant to Senate Bill 190 and 756, known as a homestead's credit. The Commission also agreed 3-0 to sign Resolution 3/20/25 in support of state funding to assist the SB 40 board with the rebuilding of the sheltered workshop in Salem. The next meeting of the commission will be Thursday morning at 9 o'clock, and the meeting will be open to the public. The Denton County Fire Protection District will host a town hall meeting tonight from 6 to 8 at the Salem Community Center at the Armory. Representatives from Denton County Fire Protection District Board, along with representatives with the bonding company, which is L.J. Hart, as well as the Denton County Collector's Office, will be present to answer any and all questions about the Proposition Fire. The town hall meeting is open to anyone who wants more information on the proposition. According to court records, 44-year-old Brian Ditch of Salem has been charged with the stealing of $25,000 or more, 3 counts of the unlawful possession of a firearm, tampering with physical evidence, and abandonment of a corpse. According to the Salem Police Department report from March 21st, around 8 o'clock in the morning, Salem police officers and the Denton County Sheriff's Department deputies conducted a search warrant in the 1200 block of North Main Street in Salem. Police say the search warrant was an extension of an investigation into a missing persons and fraud case. Authorities found a body at the property, and the Denton County Coroner Ben Percival ruled the person deceased. The body was wrapped in several trash bags and placed in a trash can, which was then wrapped in more trash bags and placed inside a bigger trash can. An autopsy for the cause of death is underway. Another man is in custody on a 24-hour hold pending the application of warrants. According to court documents, Ditch apparently was stealing from his uncle, who was a quadriplegic and who had not been seen by other relatives since 2019. The court documents also reveal that the uncle was receiving Social Security and Veterans Affairs benefits that came to $554,853 over the years. Those funds were then being wire transferred to Ditch's account, as Ditch had access to the money as the relative's caretaker. City of Salem Department will be providing free curbside yard waste pickup due to the recent wind, ice, and snowstorms. Crews will begin picking up yard waste today and will continue until they have covered the entire city. Street Department will pick up leaves, which must be bagged in clear, recyclable leaf bags available at the City Utility Office for $2.50 for 10 bags. They'll also pick up limbs and branches, which must be bundle security with a maximum diameter of 4 inches, a maximum length of 48 inches, a maximum bundle diameter of 18 inches, and a maximum weight of 75 pounds. The department will not pick up appliances, electronics, furniture, household trash, lumber, building materials, recyclables, tires, entire trees, or large limbs. Residents are asked to place all yard waste at the curb or back of sidewalk, not in the street, and to not block sidewalks. Future pickups are available at $40 per request by contacting the City Utility Office at 729-4811. The city reserves the right to charge for exceptionally large volumes or recommend private removal. City of Salem thanks residents for keeping Salem clean. The Salem RD School District held their regular meeting Thursday evening at 5:30 in the Administration Building. After approval of the agenda and consent agenda, Superintendent Dr. Nathan Wills shared communication from the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, the Tammy Schmidt family, the Sue Tucker family, and the Licking VFW. Dr. Wills delivered a comprehensive superintendent's report covering numerous topics, including updates on FEMA building construction, the upcoming teacher and staff dress code, and the successful school bus inspection results from March 20th. He expressed gratitude to Licking VFW for their generous $1,000 donation to the Salem High School robotics team and acknowledged the contributions of the Agriculture Department and building staff. Dr. Wills also reported on current teacher openings and the closeout of the Construction Trades Block Development Grant while announcing Dr. Blah's appointment as the district's representative for 8th grade transition. During new business, the board unanimously approved the 2025-2026 OPAA contract agreement, an out-of-state trip for construction trades to Skills USA, revised gate prices for non-conference activities, and the engagement of Mike's/De Beer Litigation Group for legal services. The board also held a discussion regarding a fireworks display location request. Additionally, the board acknowledged personnel changes, including the transfer of Amy Major to an interventionist position and the retirements of Kim Cooper and Stacy Hall, as well as the resignation of Brianna Corcoran. Brianna. After conducting the public portion of the meeting, the board moved into executive session to discuss personnel matters before adjourning. Christopher Oles, Salem District Ranger for the Mark Twain National Forest, will be the feature speaker at the Dent County Historical Society Speaker Series tomorrow, Tuesday, March 25th at 6 o'clock in the evening. The event will be held at the James and Gar Family Center in downtown Salem. Oles will discuss the forest's significance and its role in the Salem area. A community question and answer session with Ranger Oles will begin at 5 o'clock, providing an opportunity to meet Oles and interact with members of the Dent County Historical Society Board. Oles, who joined the Salem Ranger District in 2023, brings extensive experience in fisheries and wildlife management from his 17 years with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, including collaboration with tribal First Nations in Canada. He also previously served as District Ranger on the Medicine Bow Route National Forest in Colorado. Currently, Oles manages areas of the Mark Twain National Forest intersected by the Trail of Tears and actively works with the Cherokee Nation to preserve and educate the public about this historic route. If you need additional information or details, contact Dent County Historical Society President Dolores Gray Wood at 573-729-2545. Well, that has been a look at local news. It was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU Salem Campus, you can contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
What percentage of people who take drugs end up becoming addicted, lose control of one's life, and die of an overdose? No one can say for sure. But is taking drugs worth the risk?
Get the facts. For more information, call the Healthy Dent County Prevention Coalition at 573-729-8163 or visit their website at salemcommunitycenter.org.
Are you a renter that has always dreamed of owning your own home but aren't sure where to start? Town & Country Bank can help. With our local lending team, Town & Country Bank has been helping renters make their dreams come true by giving them the tools they need to own their very own home. I'm Andrew Wynn with Town & Country Bank. Stop by today and let us help you take the first step to home ownership. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 899641.
Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Salem Boys Baseball Tigers opened their 2025 spring season with a win and a tie in the opening doubleheader held Saturday at the SHS Baseball Field Complex. In the first game with Vienna, Salem scored in every inning but the third and came away with an 8-4 win. Briar Bobbitt had 2 hits and 2 RBIs, and Silas Du Bois also had 2 hits for Salem. Cash Howard had 2 RBIs for Salem. In the second game, Salem scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning and finished with a 2-2 tie with Father Tolton. Salem had only 2 hits, one by Du Bois and the other was an RBI hit by Howard. Salem will be at Steelville today to play the Cardinals, starting with Tiger Talk and Coach Tony Edwards around 4:15 on KSMO Radio and audio streamed on KSMO Media. The Salem Lady Softball Tigers Saturday played in the East Carter Round Robin Tournament and lost both games to the opposing teams in their final at-bat. In the first game, Salem had a 9-6 lead going into the last inning, but Portageville scored 4 times to beat Salem 10-9. Reagan Du Bois had 2 hits and 2 RBIs to lead Salem, followed by Mackenzie Radford with 2 hits. Elena Norris finished with a double and 4 RBIs for the Lady Tigers. In the second game with East Carter, Salem scored 5 runs in the top of the last inning to take the lead, only to have the Lady Redbirds score 5 runs in the bottom of the inning for a 13-11 win over Salem. Du Bois had 2 hits, including a homer, and drove in 5 runs to lead the Lady Tigers. Salem will host the Eldington Tiger today. That's Tuesday at the Salem City Park, and you can hear the game on KSMO Radio or video stream the game on KSMO Media starting at 4:15 with Tiger Talk and Coach Cody Woody. Alexei Torpachenko and Nathan Walker each had a goal and assist for the St. Louis Blues, defeating the Chicago Blackhawks at Enterprise Center 4-1. Robert Thomas and Zach Bolduc also scored for the Blues on the night. Then on Sunday, Dalibor Dvorsky had his NHL debut as the Blues faced off with the Nashville Predators. Jordan Kyrou, Alexandra Texier, Justin Falk, and Braden Shen each scored a goal to defeat the Nashville Predators 4-1. The Blues are on a season-high 6-game winning streak. St. Louis Cardinals had a pair of split squad losses on Friday, losing to the Astros 5-3 and the Mets 3-2. On Saturday, they defeated the Marlins 8-2, and in their final game of spring training on Sunday, they lost late in the ninth to the Washington Nationals 2-1. The Cardinals will open the regular season hosting the Minnesota Twins this Thursday afternoon at 3:15, and you can listen to this game live on KSMO Radio with coverage beginning at 1:35. Kansas City Royals picked up its wins in 2 of their last 3 games, losing to the Athletics 10-1 and defeating the Marlins 8-7 in a split squad game on Friday. They defeated the Rangers yesterday 9-5. The Royals will play the Rangers again this evening at 7:05. And that has been a look at local and regional sports, brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollack. How is your NCAA bracket holding up? The Sweet 16 is made up of teams from just 4 conferences, 7 teams from the SEC, 1 seeds Auburn and Florida, 2 seeds Alabama and Tennessee, and Kentucky, Ole Miss, and Arkansas, who knocked off Kansas, and 2 seed St. John's. Michigan, Michigan State, Purdue, and Maryland from the Big 10, Texas Tech, Arizona, BYU, and Houston from the Big 12, and Duke, the lone ACC team. No Cinderella mid-majors, and the lowest seed is a 10. The St. Louis Blues have won 6 in a row after back-to-back 4-1 wins over Chicago and Nashville last night. Division bottom feeders in the Central, Jordan Kyrou scored his 30th goal. Jim Montgomery.
In the third period again, for 4 straight games, our third period is our best period. The way we manage games now to close the games out, and it's just an opportunity for us to keep growing. It was an ugly game to win, but we won it again.
The Blues will host Montreal tomorrow. The Royals wrapped up spring training with a 9-5 win over the Rangers on Saturday. KC will play in Texas today and tomorrow at Globe Life Park, and then make their way back home for Thursday's first game against the Guardians. Chris Bubich beat out Daniel Lynch for the final spot in the starting rotation. Lynch will begin in the bullpen. The Cardinals left Florida with a 2-1 loss to the Nationals. They'll play in Memphis tonight and then get ready for their home opener Thursday against the Twins. Victor Scott has not only made the opening day roster, he's the starting center fielder, and a surprise, Matthew Libator in the starting rotation. Steven Matz, who started all spring and had a 1.80 ERA, will head to the bullpen. Mizzou softball handed number 1 Oklahoma their first loss of the season on Saturday. The Sooners were 28-0, but Mizzou beat OU 3-1 on Alumni Day in front of a record crowd of 4,146. Madison Walker hit her 13th homer in that win, and Mizzou dropped the series finale on Sunday 5-1. They're 1-6 in SEC play. They'll host Kansas Wednesday night. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
Yes! I finally got my first phone!
It is exciting. Let's learn a few things about online safety first.
We can secure our world. Online security depends on you and me. Install updates, make better passwords. Think before you click. Use multiple factors. That's how we can secure our world.
Learn more at CISA.gov/secure-our-world.
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with an SPF of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Stay tuned to KSMO Radio. I've got Missouri Net News coming up in 1 minute. That'll be followed by the latest KSMO weather forecast after the top of the 1 o'clock hour.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Today at K&H Auto Supply in Salem, you'll find KCL Coolant Link Repair for $15.49. Hot Shot Secret Stiction Eliminator Diesel Oil Additive only $49.99. And Park City Conventional Motor Oil, 5 quarts and a microguard filter for $25.99. Stop by today and save at K&H Auto Supply in Salem.
Park City, yeah, Park City, Park City.
What if your limited inventory had unlimited potential? What if your biggest risk was not taking one? What if you could make every move matter? Bank of America's Business Solutions can help bring your biggest what-ifs within reach. Find out how our digital tools, cutting-edge insights, and trusted expertise can work for your business. What would you like the power to do? Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank sponsor of FIFA World Cup 2026.
With News on Missouri Net, I'm Marshall Griffin. Missouri lawmakers return from spring break today to start the second half of the legislative session. The Missouri House Budget Committee is on deck to vote on budget bills, and the House could pass a roughly $53 billion budget proposal this week. In the state Senate, there could be debate about a bill that aims to ban Missouri law enforcement from enforcing federal gun laws. Missouri Secretary of State Denny Hoskin says he's kept a campaign promise and has removed more than 18,000 dead voter names from the state's voter rolls. He tells Missouri Net that the process involves working with local election authorities and county clerks.
Now, one of the things we look for is deceased voter rolls, and since January 13th, we've helped local election authorities identify over 18,000 deceased individuals using records from the Social Security Administration, as well as the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services.
And FEMA is scheduled to begin joint damage assessments with state and local officials across storm-damaged areas of Missouri this week. This is Missouri Now.
Have you been to agriamerica.com? What are you waiting for? One site, one app, one stop for 24-hour ag news and podcast. Ag news from the best reporters and podcasters, plus a steady stream of country hits for free. Agri-America, the place for timely, accurate, and dependable ag news. From the cab to the truck to the barn to the kitchen, Agri-America is ready to arm you with the knowledge you need as a farmer or rancher. Grab your smartphone and get it today. Agri-America.
Not everyone recognizes that they might have a gambling problem. How do you know if gambling is a problem for you? Ask yourself if either or both of the following questions are accurate. Have you felt the need to bet more and more money? Have you ever lied to people important to you about how much you gambled? If your answer is yes to either of these questions, free help is available. Call 1-888-BETS-OFF for more information.
Our music is our success. KSMO Salem.
When I grow up, I want to be